I'll be going through the answers quickly, so make sure your course book is open in front of you, and please stop and rewind the video as you need to. So, got your book open in front of you? Are your answers in capitals? Want to know why the answers are the answers? Then let's go. For question number 1, to get the correct answer here, we've got to have a great knowledge of vocabulary. The context is quite clear. There are flowers absolutely everywhere, and the answers, in some way, all of them communicate this idea of flowers being absolutely everywhere. But 3 of the answers don't make any sense, or don't fit this particular language structure. Why? It's because those answers need with in some way, shape or form. The only one that doesn't is D, and that's our answer. For question number 2, you've got to do 2 things. 1, you've got to choose the correct answer which collocates with the preposition which follows the gap. 2, and you've got to have a good idea of vocabulary, and you get the idea also from the context which surrounds the whole piece. You're not talking about your arrival to this particular place, you're talking about your visit to this particular place, and that's why the answer is B. For question number 3, all of the answers collocate with the preposition that follows the gap. However, all of those then phrasal verbs mean different things. What's the correct meaning that we need for this particular context? We need a verb that means the same as begin, and there's only one answer that does that means the same as begin, and that's A, to set off. For question number 4, vocabulary question. When you get to a point, wherever that point is, and you're looking out over an area of land or whatever it is that you're looking at, could be people, could be an activity or whatever it is, the answer is going to be a view of some kind, and that's why the answer here is view. For question number 5, 2 things you've got to take into account. First of all, you've got to choose an answer which collocates with the preposition that follows the gap. And secondly, if you have a look at the context, it basically means that everyone knows this place for a particular reason. And if that's the case, the only answer that you can choose is known. For question 6, the context is this. If you want to try and do something else, then you should go to different areas to do those different things. So we're looking for a verb, or we're looking for an answer, that means the same as go towards a different direction. Well, there's only one answer that means the same as that, and that is to head for some particular direction. For question number 7, the key here are the prepositions that follow the gap. There's only one answer that collocates with the preposition that follows and fits that particular language pattern, and that is trip. Question number 8, easy peasy this one. You've got to choose an answer which collocates with the idea of bus. And the answers are a little bit silly in all honesty. There's only one correct answer, and to be honest, this is a banker. If you got this one wrong, then you must be having a very bad day at the office. The answer is A bus ride.